Sachin Sharma, thank you for joining us in this conversation of Sustainability Next Dialogues. Uh, Welcome to the conversation.
Yeah, thank you, Saiga.
Yeah. So, a brief introduction about Sustainability Next. I hope you've seen the website and seen our articles. So,
Yes.
we are a 10-year-old advocacy platform advocating sustainability. And recently, 3 years back, we started Green Literature Festival. So, it's India's only green literature festival. So, we get authors from across India and also across the world to have conversations with the business leaders and students and things like that. So that's really picked up very well. So uh, we do this we started this video conversation dialogues 6 months back, and we have really good number of interviews with the business leaders. So thanks for joining. So uh, tell me a bit about your company, Green Enviro Management.
Yeah. So our organization, Gem Environment Management. So
Yeah.
we started this organization in 2013-14,
Hmm.
and we started this organization, with the purpose of enabling the plastic waste into the recycling stream.
Hmm.
And so we started initially with the collection of the plastic waste from companies like Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, Bisleri, etc. And so that time we found that most of the waste they were selling to the unorganized players.
Yeah.
And so we, introduced this concept where this plant waste should get into the proper recycling stream, and whatever they are generating, it should be recycled as per the legal and environmental norms.
Yeah.
And gradually, we moved into collection of this post-consumer plastic waste.
Hmm.
And for this post-consumer plastic waste, we had set up collection centers. And later on, we had also we installed about more than 30, 40 reverse vending machines, across different cities. So particularly in cities like Delhi NCR and Mumbai, as well as in like Ahmedabad and Kolkata, we installed about say close to like 30, 40 machines. And
So what? River cleaning.
reverse vending machines. The concept here is that a user can put a bottle there,
Uh-huh.
and they will get some kind of a coupon or some kind of a gift for that, some
Okay.
kind of
Okay.
incentive, you can say that.
Got it. Got
So
it.
that is the basic idea about these reverse vending machines. And so these reverse vending machines, we used to give a coupon with these bottles. And so we did a lot of experimentation also with these machines, and we found that it's always better to give a cash incentive to the people. Then
Mhm.
only they will be putting the bottles into the machines.
Mhm.
Otherwise, normally people are not very excited about this concept. So initially, because of excitement, they might add few bottles, maybe like 50,
Mhm.
60 bottles every day. But
Mhm.
gradually, this excitement goes away, and then they will add only like 10, 15 bottles. So the best idea was to give them the economic incentive, and the economic incentive is something like close to about say 1 rupee per bottle. So
Okay.
that gives the people incentive to put this bottle into these machines. And then after that, we also started working on this extended producer responsibility. There's the EPR thing.
Yes. Yes.
So this EPR was introduced through Plastic Waste Management Rule 2016 and amendments. And then, in 2018, the government started, becoming serious about implementation of the same.
Mhm.
And we started working with the companies like Coca-Cola, PepsiCo,
Yeah.
etc., the similar clients. And we help them in, fulfillment of their EPR liabilities as per the legal and environmental norms. So this we are continuing to do that, and we are working with more than 150 clients, and primarily
Mhm.
we are helping them with their EPR requirements. And
Mhm.
in addition to this, we also do a lot of awareness activities from time to time. We organize about say more than 40, 50 programs every year, and we make people aware about proper disposal of plastic waste, as well as the why the recycling is important. Because
Mhm.
what we believe is that the problem of the waste, for this to address this problem of the waste, awareness should be there. People should know that what should be the proper disposal of the plastic waste, why
Mhm.
plastic waste is detrimental to the environment, and how the recycling can help to mitigate the same. So that is very important, and we do organize these programs in various places like schools, colleges, universities, even in office spaces also, even like the manufacturing organization, their factories, etc. So we organize these programs, and so this we believe that this is a very important thing to do that.
Okay.
And
So yeah.
yeah,
So uh, why do you call your company as a waste management agency? Why do you
yeah, yeah.
call it
So
agency?
waste management is basically like we started when we started this organization. Our idea was to this collect this plastic waste. So and to issue the and to mitigate this problem of the plastic waste pollution. So and we through our other group companies also now we are collecting like say more than 3 lakh tons of plastic waste every year. So that's why basically we call ourselves as a mainly as a plastic as a waste collection.
No, I meant agency. The word agency struck me. Why do you call yourself agency? Anyway, so uh, that's fine. Uh, so there is something called as Plastic Alliance. Are you part of it? World Plastic Alliance.
Pardon, plastic?
Alliance.
Plastic Alliance, you are saying?
Uh-huh.
Uh, See, plastic.
It is an international body. It's called World Plastic Alliance. So I was wondering whether you're part of that.
No, no,
Anyway,
we
it
are
must
not
be
part of that word plastic alliance. Yeah.
okay. Okay, interesting. So you call your company as an advocacy company, or you only largely doing waste management? I mean, in the plastic space,
See, in
plastic
the
waste.
plastic space, yeah. So we are largely doing the waste management,
Mhm.
and particularly we are into the mainly the collection of the plastic waste and channelizing the waste to the recycling stream. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. So in your logo, why do you call your company a Green Earth Movement?
Green Earth Movement, we started this campaign actually, to make people, aware about plastic waste, the issue of the plastic pollution, the issue of the proper disposal of the plastic waste, the issue to have a, proper infrastructure in the place to dispose of the plastic waste,
Mhm.
and the issue that the plastic waste should be, should go to the proper recycling stream. It should not be littered. It should not go to the landfills. So that's why we initiated this campaign called as a Green Earth Movement. And so one part of this is collection of the plastic waste. Other part is to make people aware about plastic, this proper disposal and recycling. And also the other part is that make merchandise out of this plastic,
Okay.
recycled merchandise, what we call this. So which is made of like recycled polyester staple fiber, which is the output of the plastic recycling, PET bottle recycling in India. So that is also a part of this campaign only. So this is a kind of a Green Earth Movement is a kind of a holistic approach where we are like addressing all these issues at the same time. Yeah.
Mhm. Interesting. So give me a sense of the huge plastic problem in India and to what extent are we currently solving and what is the gap?
Yeah, see, in if you see in India, in terms of the plastic, so see, as you might be aware that plastic has got a different categories. So
Yeah.
one is that rigid plastic. So rigid
Yeah.
plastic is like the PET bottles and the hard
Yeah.
plastics, whatever it is. So in these categories already, you will see like close to about say 70-80% plastic is already being collected and recycled in India.
Okay.
So that's a very good number as compared
Yeah.
to the other developed countries where they
Mm.
normally have like 40-50% of recycling rates. But in India,
Mm.
this hard plastic is recycled to a large extent. And the reason is the economic factors because
Mm.
plastics like PET plastic, which is which is used for making, which is used in like Coca-Cola, Pepsi,
Yeah.
Coke
Yeah.
bottle.
Mm.
So this plastic is recycled to form the RPSF in India. RPSF is
Yeah.
recycled polyester staple fiber,
Yeah.
and this recycled polyester staple fiber is almost similar in characteristics to the normal plastic, to the
Mm.
normal polyester,
Yeah.
and therefore it is, and also it is cheaper as compared to the
Mm.
normal polyester. Therefore, it
Mm.
is preferred by the people, and
Who
there is a
uses
huge
that?
demand for
Who
that.
uses that?
So it is used in various textile applications.
Textile, is it? Okay.
Textile applications, for example, like in carpets, in like
Mm.
pillows,
Mm.
and in also shooting, shirting, like everywhere it is used.
So you cannot make those Coca-Cola bottle again with that.
See, Coca-Cola bottle can also make with that. And initially, till last year, the government has not allowed this bottle to
Mm.
bottle recycling
Ah,
in
okay.
India.
Okay.
But now FSSAI has given the permission for that, approvals for that.
Oh, that's good.
And many organizations have started, building capacities for adding infrastructure for the bottle to bottle recycling in India.
That's
So
interesting. So what's the dynamics like? What bottle to bottle?
see, the dynamics would be that, one is that as per the EPR also,
Mm.
guidelines also from 25, 26,
Mm.
uh, the brand owners, they have got a mandate. They have been given mandate by
Mm.
the government that they
Mm.
should be doing recycling of this. They should be adding this recycled content to the
Mm.
plastic bottles.
Yeah.
So that is one part. Second is many organizations out of their own sustainability goals. For example,
Mm.
like PepsiCo and Coca-Cola, they
Mm.
have got
Mm.
their own sustainability goals. So as a part of their own sustainability goals, they are now introducing this recycled content in the plastic packaging.
Mm.
And so different organizations like Ganesha Ecosphere is there, Shri Chakra is there. So they
Mm.
have already set up plants in India
Mm.
to manufacture this plastic to plastic, sorry, bottle to bottle recycling
Mm.
chips.
Mm. Mm.
And I believe that in future more and more organizations will continue to do so. And as of now, almost say 90% of this plastic PET bottle recycling is for the fiber.
Yeah. Okay.
So that dynamics is going to change, and so this percentage will reduce, and people will now start having, like, in addition to the fiber, this bottle to bottle this thing also. Yeah.
So for brands like Coke and Pepsi, is it for them? Is it cheaper the bottle to bottle?
No, no, actually it's not cheaper as on today. It's on a basically it's about say 20-25% expensive as compared to the the virgin bottle. This the primary reason for this is that the capacities are too low actually,
Mm-hmm.
because for normal the bottles what they are making is, so they have got a huge capacities by Indorama, Reliance, etc. But
Mm-hmm.
the new players, they are starting with the somewhat lower capacities, about say 36,000 or well, something like that metric tons per annum. So but definitely when this they will have more capacities, then because of economies of scale, so definitely we
Mm-hmm.
feel that the prices should come down. But right now there is a premium of about say 25%. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what about in advanced economies? Do they do the bottle to bottle recycling or?
Yes, yes, yes. In Europe, North America, they are having this bottle to bottle recycling, and
Okay.
there the major recycling is because is bottle to bottle only. The fiber is on a lesser side. Yeah.
Mm. So when you say bottle to bottle, is it like the bottle is crushed and made into then, and then the same thing is made into bottle, or the same bottle is washed and cleaned and reused?
No, no. See, bottle to bottle. See, if the same bottle is washed and reused, then it's a reuse of the bottle.
Okay.
This is called as a reuse of the bottle, but the reuse of bottles is basically is not happening at this point of time. The
Mm.
reuse of bottle was into this glass bottles.
Glass bottles. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, so earlier they used to have the glass bottles. In the glass bottle, they used to have a reuse of the bottles. But
Mm.
now, basically for plastic bottles, there is no reuse.
Okay.
And what happens for this bottle to bottle recycling is there, as you rightly said, that these bottles are collected, they
Mm.
are baled, they are sent to the recycling unit, and
Mm.
at the recycling unit, they are again cleaned
Mm.
and then converted into flakes, and then there's a process called the extrusion process.
Mm.
So where they are melted at a high temperature and then solidified, and then we get the chips out of that, which is called as the PET chips.
Mm.
And with this PET chips, they can make they are mixed with the virgin PET chips,
Mm.
and then they make this bottle out of that. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So how big is your company, Sachin, and what is your?
Yeah, so we are basically now we have got about say 50 employees at this point of time, close to
Mm.
about say 50 employees, and we are though we our office is in Delhi NCR, headquarters in Delhi
Mm.
NCR, but we are working throughout the country.
Mm.
And yeah, so we are now, as I said, that we are working with like more than 150 brands to fulfill their EPR requirements. We also have like about say close to about say 50 collection centers. We are working with more than 20 recyclers across the country,
Mm.
where we send the material for recycling. And we organize like more than 40-50 awareness programs like every year
Okay.
to make people aware about this proper disposal of plastic waste.
Mhm. Interesting. So you done your uh, MBA from IIM Calcutta, I see,
Yes, yes, yes.
and you worked with Morgan Stanley and things like that. So how, uh, I mean, the waste management sector in India uh, needs professionals and experts to come into this field. So is it happening? Is the sector maturing? It looks like it's still way backward.
Yeah, yeah. So, as you rightly said that basically the sector as of now is a little bit on a backward side, but
Mm.
definitely it's maturing now. Lots of people are coming into this sector, and also more and more money is coming into this sector as in form of the like equity capital or the
Mm.
capex.
Mm.
So because this is very important, and last 5 6 years. There has been a tremendous I would say growth in this sector,
Mm.
and lots of media attention, lots of government attention is
Mm.
now into this sector, and
Mm.
I believe that this sector is going to grow. And
Yeah.
in India, which is having the huge problem of this plastic pollution as well as the
Mm.
general waste pollution also.
Mhm.
So this will be addressed over the next 5 to 10 years. Yeah.
So what are the budget is also coming up? What are the top three policy uh, ideas you would suggest for this sector to come pick up faster from the government?
See, actually, one of the thing which what we will suggest, which is the most important thing, is that GST for
Mm.
collection. Actually, it was 5% earlier. Now they have increased to 18%. Now
18.
this is 18%,
Oh my
18%
God.
for plastic waste collection and even for the waste collection also.
Mhm.
So what our request would be is that if they can make it back to 5%, because of 5 to 18%. See, what has happened is there are a lot of informal sector
Yeah, yeah.
in this sector,
Mhm.
and particularly in the collection part, it's 80 90%
Mm.
informal sector only. For them, to have such kind of a high GST, it
Mm.
creates big problem for them, and
Mm.
also it leads to I would say that there is a lots of malpractices also being
Uh,
done,
uh-huh.
because a gap between 5% 18% is a large. So
It's
lot
large.
of
Yeah. That's
yeah,
equal to your profits, I
yeah,
guess.
exactly, exactly. So is equal to profit. So that's why there are a lot of issues are coming with respect to the GST compliance from the recycler side.
Mm.
So our industry suggestion would be that if they can bring it back to 5%, so definitely a lot of problem would be resolved.
They did that for restaurants. Why can't they do for this? Isn't it? Restaurants they did.
Yeah, yeah. So they can do that also for this.
So your
So
lobbying is not strong enough, or your
it's not about the lobby actually. So it's need to, maybe we were not able to convince in a proper way to the government. So that might be the reason
so
for that.
you should make some good noise in the media then, uh, because this is a priority sector. No? As it is, we have waste problem, and
Yeah, yeah,
you
definitely.
want
Yeah.
to make money out of waste. I think there's some I think the priorities are lopsided in this, isn't it?
Then absolutely you're right, sir. That this being a priority sector, the government should make the tax like on a lower side to
Hmm.
enable the proper more and more collection, I would say.
And they are
Because
treating it as if it is similar to going and luxury. 18% is for luxury, isn't it?
yeah, yeah, exactly.
So how can they treat waste as a luxury?
So that is this what they have done is that. So this is the one of the most important like aspect that we will we will request the government to look into that,
You
because if
will,
this
or you already sent a proposal? I think it's
yeah,
time.
yeah, we have already sent a proposal to the ministry and all that. So we have sent it like much before that. So, and this is our like our request that if they can definitely look into that, so it will help to increase the collection, and also it will help address the one of the major challenge which is
Yeah,
the government is facing at this point of time.
yeah. Then other two top policy suggestions.
See, the other policy suggestion would be on a general side that they should, one is that they should invest more into this, the infrastructure for the collection part, because in India, the recycling industry is a big industry, and there's a lot of technology available is there.
Mm.
and plus, there people are there who can, do capex, and they are willing to put in, capital for the recycling. But the major problem is the collection part. So the collection part, and in India, most of the collection is being handled by the urban local bodies or the municipalities. So there, if the the allocation is more and the system is being strengthened, and the collection is improved, so definitely the the recycling will increase, and this the waste pollution problem will be addressed to a larger extent. So that is the what we is also like we will prefer to that. Yeah.
And any more
So
policies?
these are our two major like recommendations here, or a request, I would say.
Mhm. So do you also get uh, subsidies for this, for investment and all that in this sector?
See, subsidies actually for collection part, there's no subsidies, but for the in certain sectors like certain technologies, for example, in pyrolysis and all that, they get some subsidies if the organization is not performing, or they are having some kind of a the cash losses or something like that. So there they have a subsidies, but most of the sector is working without subsidies, I would say. And the particularly this PET recycling and all that, which is which is a big industry. So they have got their own economic model in place, and and there are no subsidies there. Yeah.
So how seriously this extended producer responsibility thing is coming up in India? Is it?
Yeah. So this extended producer responsibility, or what we call as the EPR in short form. So this was actually introduced through plastic waste. It was introduced through PWM 2016, the Plastic Waste Management 2016 India, and from 2018 the government started being serious about these rules. And now what they've done is they have made a portal. There's an online portal which is made by and managed by Central Pollution Control Board, and all the organizations who are using plastic packaging. So they need to register themselves as like either a brand owner or producer, whatever category they fall in, or importer, and then they are given targets to fulfill, and then they need to fulfill their targets. Now earlier this EPR was onto this collection part, that they brand owners need to set up a system of collection and recycling of the plastic waste. But now what they need to do is just they need to buy the credits from the recyclers, and then their liability will be fulfilled. Yeah. So that is what they are saying, and the government is saying that for the non-fulfillment of these liabilities, there will be penalties imposed to the extent of about say ₹5 per kilogram. So that is what they are doing. But the issue is that there are a lot of teething problems which are coming. The government's portal is most of the times down actually. So either because of maintenance or some because of technical issues. So there are a lot of initial teething problems are coming.
So which means it came up in 16, 17.
Yeah.
It became effective in 18, and now it's 24, and only 2 years left. So have we progressed enough, and are we going to reach that target in 26?
See, actually, I would say by 26 they should be able to do that, and but definitely there is a lot of delay has already happened in this. And there are a lot of the policy changes has happened during this period, and now this government is into this this portal thing. So and again then there are technical changes, technological issues are coming up. So, but my understanding is that if the government is, if they do not change the policy again, if they are focused on only this thing only, then they should be able to meet the targets by 2026. Yeah.
So you think that we will need extension, or we will be able to meet that by 26?
See, actually, it's difficult to say at this point of time because how the things will shape up. So, but since last year, actually, since last year, this portal thing has come up. So, I would say like more than 3,000 companies have already registered on this portal, and most of the organizations, they have also fulfilled their EPR by purchasing this EPR credits from the recyclers. So that has already been done. And but I would say that more companies need to be align into the system. More companies needs to register into the system, and this also more number of companies need to fulfill their EPR. So what I would believe is that by 2026 the government should be able to, if they are able to sincerely work on this, so they should be able to fulfill the targets of.
So
uh,
who benefits from this EPR credit?
See, at this point of time, the major beneficiary is the recyclers, because the
Mm,
recyclers are there who are
mm.
selling the CPR credits to the government, to the brand owners. Yeah. So right now there's the major beneficiary is the recyclers of plastic waste. Yeah. Recyclers and the co-processor also. Yeah.
Mm, mm, mm. That's interesting. And is the number substantial? The credit, has it
Yeah,
picked up?
substantial numbers are substantial, because if you see, I would say, uh, because last year more than 1.5 million tons of EPR credits were being issued.
Oh, right. Mm.
Yeah, so these numbers are definitely substantial. So
So what is the quantum of the credit roughly, just to get a sense?
see, quantum of see what they've done is they have classified into three categories: rigid, flexible, and multi-layered packaging. And fourth is the compostable. Four categories, I would say:
Mm,
rigid,
mm,
flexible, there's multi-layered packaging, and the
mm,
compostable.
mm,
So there are the four categories, and brand owners have to fulfill their EPR requirements as per their category of plastic waste, whatever they are generating.
mm,
And so I would say that the brand owners are buying, for example, say rigid plastic is something about say 1,000 rupees, or uh, maybe 1,200 rupees, or something like per ton. So
mm,
1 rupee or 1.25 rupees per kg,
mm,
something like that.
mm, mm,
Similarly,
mm,
for the flexible, again, is the same rate. And
mm,
for MLPs, it's about say close to about say 1 rupee 50 paisa per
mm,
kg and something like that. So
mm,
that is a kind of the the market rates which are going on for these categories.
mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm, mm. So what's your personal vision for the plastic industry in the next 3 years, and also for GEM Enviro management?
See, as a, I would say that as a gem environment management, we would, continue to work in the space of this plastic waste collection and the management part, and we will continue to add more plastic from 3 lakh tons. We For the next 3 years, we will go to about say more than 5 lakh tons of the plastic waste we aspire to collect and recycle, and we also make more and more people aware about this plastic collection and recycling, because our main idea is that this awareness is very very important thing, because in India, if you see, the most of the littering is done because of two reasons. One is that awareness is lacking, or there is no infrastructure in place.
Mm, mm,
So at least what we can do is that, the for the awareness part, we can make people aware that there should not be no littering, there should be proper disposal of plastic waste, etc. And so that will address this plastic pollution problem to a larger extent.
mm,
And then we also continue to add more number of clients. We aspire to work with more than 500 clients over the next say 3 years, from 150 at this point of time.
mm,
And also we are also now working with on a plastic credit model. So
mm, mm,
plastic credit is a concept which has recently been introduced in lines with the carbon credits.
mm.
And so there's an organization by name of the Vera in US, which
Yeah,
has
again, say that again.
Vera, VERRA.
V double
So Vera is
V
an
double R
organization.
A. Okay.
So what they have done is they have made this, the basically the norms for this plastic credit issuance,
Mm,
and so based on that, so there will be a, based on their criteria. So we are doing a particular, I would say, a audit of a client in Nepal actually.
mm,
So for this plastic credit thing, and these plastic credits once generated, so they can be bought by a any purchaser who wants to buy plastic credits. But it's a voluntary market; it's not a compulsory market like a carbon credit only. So
mm,
on a similar concept line, it is there. Yeah. So we plan to add more clients into this plastic credits also.
mm, mm, mm. So that's the new thing. Any new things that are coming up?
So this is plastic credit is a new thing actually.
Yeah.
And so that is what we are like would be focusing on. Yeah.
Okay. You want to add anything more than what we discussed, Sachin?
So I think that's only so basically like our take is that in India this plastic is going to stay because plastic is it has made life for people very convenient.
Mm,
And more and more organizations, they are now switching from the other packaging to the plastic packaging in spite of so much noise about the plastic pollution.
mm,
And because one is that it's very economically effective and cost effective for these organizations.
mm,
So plastic is going to stay, it is going to grow. And the major challenge here is the collection of the plastic waste. And even in the collection of the plastic waste, I would say the hard plastics are easier to collect, and they are being collected also.
mm,
But if the the single-use plastic or a
mm,
plastic which is having the low microns,
mm,
which is very thin, for
mm.
example, like the shampoo pouches or something like
Yeah.
that, so they are very difficult to collect, and they are
Mm,
the things which are creating the plastic pollution, I would say. So
mm,
there, the thing is that we need to incentivize the collection for them. And in addition to like this EPR, which is only for this recyclers at this point of time, we
mm,
should involve the rack pickers or the waste pickers also into this thing,
mm,
because it is the waste pickers who are predominantly doing the collection of the plastic waste,
mm,
and they should be incentivized, in some way or the other for the from the EPR thing also. Yeah. So that
mm.
will definitely lead to much more increased collection and better recycling rates in India.
That's an interesting suggestion. Uh, how rack pickers need to be connected with the EPR.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
right now they are out of it. You're saying.
See, right now they are out of this because right now whatever the money of EPR is there, it is
Mm,
going directly to the recyclers. So
mm,
recyclers are already making money, so it's a kind of an additional bonus
mm,
for them.
mm,
EPR. So these, but the real work which is being done at the the grassroots level is the done by the waste pickers or the rack pickers, and this community should be benefited in some way or the other from the EPR thing.
mm. Great. Thank you so much, Sachin, for this
Yeah,
for
thanks a
talking
lot,
to
sir.
us. And we'll be in touch when you come to Bangalore. Just give us a call.
Then sure, sir, sure, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, sir. Then thanks a
Thank you.
lot.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.